There you are. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Miss Gail over here at Georgia Peachnut. How you doing? First of all, let me welcome my new subscribers. I'd like to say welcome on board, welcome home. And to my returning subscribers, I'd like to say thank you for your always support. We are going to do today Kaolin Clay. It's inside of this container. Kaolin, Kaolin Clay, C-L-A-Y. It's just some clay that's been surround clay that has been refined down. It's very organic to the point where you can mix it in a spray and put it on your trees, your fruit trees, or any trees you want. You can protect it, your trees from sunburn, sunscald, insects, things like the Kaolin moth, the plum cuculio, the apple maggot, all those things that plague our trees when it's time for us to go get our fruit, and they've already feasted on them. So I'm going to start off by spraying the first spray, and I have another tree over here, my peach tree, that I've already sprayed, so you'll get a chance to see what it looks like when it dries. When you first spray the tree, it's not going to look as if it has anything on it, but once it dries, you'll be able to see the white film that's covering the tree. Then you give it a second spray. I always say give it a second coating. Now this is the gala apple tree that we planted the other day. When your solution has been sitting, you want to stir it up, and even as you're spraying, you want to stop and stir it up. So let's get to it. I'm going to pull you back a little further so you can see I'm spraying the top, and let me see, all into the bottom where the roots, where the trunk comes up out of the soil. I'm going to take this to let me turn this and see if I can get it better. There you go. You don't want to waste this, and you want to go all the way around the tree, top to bottom. Spray it real good. And this is your first coating. Now, this may get on some things, including your clothes, but it's okay. It washes off. It doesn't hurt anything. So let me take you, while that's drying, over to this tree that I sprayed yesterday. Let's see if you can see. Now you see how white it looks? And as the buds open up, I have something new that just opened. This right here wasn't like that yesterday, so I'm going to spray it. The wind is blowing my way. So, you need to have on a mask. I don't have on a mask. Don't do as I do, do as I say. Mask and gloves and covering. But, so I see some new development since I sprayed it. So you're going to have to keep watch. You know, especially when you're trying to protect it from the insects and other varmints that come out and want to penetrate into your fruit. You're going to have to keep watching. Now this mixture is supposed to be, I think it's 1.5 to 3 cups to 1 gallon of water. Now from my experience, I can make this a little thicker. You don't want it too thick to the point where it will clog up the sprayer. You don't want that to happen, because then you have to unclog it. But you want it thick enough whereas it will provide a true coating. And like I said, it won't do, excuse me, it will not do a true coating the first time around. You see how white that is? Come back after it has dried and do a second coating. And so it looks like Christmas. And you can see my peach tree is budding. It's about to open up. And so I have to stay on top of it because these little varmints will find your fruit wherever it is. And I want to be ready. What it does is it gets into their mouth when they try to bite into it, and it gums it up. And also things like the red beetle, no, not the red, the Japanese beetle, which is red, kind of reddish, oranges, whatever. They don't like the look of it, and it deters them as well. It helps to deter them. So if you really want to have your fruit, you're going to have to put a little bit extra work. Depending on how big your tree is, you can use something as small as this. This is a 1.5 liter of 55 ounces. And this is easy to use. This is easy to use. I'm trying to keep my tree here. This is where I want all of my trees to be, at this level. When you have something you take off like that, you just spray it. Make sure it gets a covering. But I want things, this is fine for me. If I can keep the plum cuculio, apple maggot, the other things off of it, I can reach the fruit that I need. I don't need a whole bunch of fruit. It's just 2 of us and maybe some friends and neighbors. But don't need a whole bunch. And you want to take things like this tag off. This is still on here. I need to make a name for it. And take all your tags off because you don't want to leave anything unsprayed. You don't want to leave anything unsprayed. So I just wanted to bring you along as I did this and show you. Someone asked a question about what I was talking about when I said Kaolin Clay. And I had planned to do a video anyway. So here I am, doing the video, the Kaolin Clay. I'll bring you back and just let you see how this has changed colors, how it works. And I'll put in the description. You have to keep these things pumped up. Put in the description where I got mine from, which is actually Seven Springs, S-E-V-E-N Springs, S-P-R-I-N-G-S Farms. That's where I got mine from. I have a 25-pound bag. That's the only size it came in. Costs close to $50. If you get 50 pounds, you can get 50 pounds, I think, for $70, which is a better deal. You can split it with someone. Okay, that's enough spraying because we have something else to do. But I wanted to bring you along, you guys, show you about the Kaolin Clay spraying. This is the before, and this over here is the after. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. When it rains, you're going to have to come back and spray, depending on how hard of a rain. But anytime it rains for me, if I'm here, I'm getting out here spraying. Because the plum cuculio and the apple maggot, and all those other things, they're out hunting for at least 3 to 4 months. So just know when it rains, you need to come back out here and spray. Even if you don't think you'll wash it all off, just come and spray. And now I have bigger sprays for my yard out there that I'm going to have to use. But this is another reason to keep your trees at a height that you can reach, a manageable height. Because even if I spray here and the tree has limbs all the way up there that I can't reach, they'll go up there and have babies. And that's just a constant cycle that you have to deal with. So if you don't want to have to deal with that, I would like to urge you and encourage you to keep your trees at a manageable height. I'm about 5'6½". So this right here is fine. I don't need anything any higher than that. And I didn't think about that when I started my orchard out there. So now I've got to go out there and cut trees down. But we're going to try to do some propagating before that happens. I'm going to choose certain limbs to do an air layer on. And you can come along with me as we do that. And oops. And then that way we can duplicate the trees. In case something happened to one tree, you have another one. Okay? All right, you guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to invite your folks on over to see what Miss Gail is doing over here. I'm just an ordinary person, nothing fancy. I ain't all dressed up. I'm just in the garden trying to grow some food and bring you along, showing you what I do. And if you decide to try some of my methods, that's great. Don't forget to comment and let me know if you're trying to do something. Grow something. If you don't have the space, just get a cup, a styrofoam cup. Some people say I don't do anything in styrofoam. That's fine. But any kind of cup that is food gradable, and put some soil in there instead of seed on top of that, and just watch it grow. Whether you grow a whole lot of it or not, just get it in your DNA, get it in your system that you can do it. Just to see something come up out the soil and know that you did that along with God, because we can't do that without Him. That you did that along with Him, it should give you hope. Okay? All right, you guys, I love you. And as usual, I'll see you in the garden. Bye-bye.